Hello everyone, my name is Notepad and on and I write games for fun. So, unfortunately for me, I fell asleep. I didn't plan on that, but this is what happens when your sleep schedule gets a little bit fucky-wuckied. You start falling asleep at random hours because you get tired. Being tired sucks. But here I am, ready to do my work, because God is dead and I am not allowed to be happy. So, what are we doing? Well, obviously, as you can tell, this is JRSD, a game about the television role-playing system reference document. Now, no, you're not loud, I'm just losing my mind. I'm just going bananas. But yes, hello. Everything is slightly weird. Yes, last week I was in New York. Yes, it was good fun. I had fun. Let's go. This is what happens anytime I go on a trip. I come back and everything feels like a little bit off kilter. It's great. But yes. Last week I was in New York City. the Big Apple, the city that never sleeps, and all of those other terms of vague endearment. I had fun. Ooh. I had fun. I talked with some other devs. We had some good times. I drank a lot. But I also did some work. I did a lot of work, actually. As you can kind of see, this is, again, JRSD. We've added some new things to the game, generally speaking. If you can see here, I've nearly doubled the page count. Why is this? Well, I changed some of the formatting, for one, to make the game less ass to look at. Added the entirety of the series charts. So, what are these? Last time on Dragon Ball Us, we started working on these charts. These are pretty much just, I need an idea for my super cool, awesome series. And because our super cool, awesome series, we started working on how these things work. As you can kind of see, we kind of rolled what's going on. Generally, you don't need to roll on these if you already have a good idea, but if you just need some help coming up with an idea, it can't hurt to roll on these. And then we started working on the idea of the cast. So, well, who is the cast? Well, generally speaking, the concept of a cast is going to be a group of people pursuing a goal of some variety. This is one thing I was kind of having some issues with. The first thing you gotta do is you gotta end up saying, who are your characters? Who are you actually working with? It's the aristocratic family, it's a bunch of servants, and you're drawing characters from these kind of super groups that you're making right away. And then you start saying, okay, I want to split apart characters from these groups. Kind of, here's our very basic, here's our very basic assortment of characters. And then we have, say, okay, then you have to determine your relationships with one another. There are only 3 kinds of relationships. There's the positive, negative, and complicated relationship. If it's a complicated relationship, that means it's kind of good or bad. If it's positive, it's mostly good. If it's negative, it's mostly bad. These do not do anything by themselves, though. These do is lead into your ability to pretty much what's available to you. Then you're going to set your abilities, and again, it's 0 to 9. Most characters, I went against it. I went against my gut instinct here a little bit, and I assigned only 45 points to the protagonist, with 40 being average. Kind of changed some things up. I think it's okay. Yeah, and you kind of see here, the maximum time director allows a character to have an ability score of 10 or higher, but it costs 2 ability points rather than a single one. What does this mean? I want to have 10 nerve. It means you're spending technically 11 ability points for it. It's much more expensive to give past 10. Then we have the idea of the antagonists and archetypes. Technically, that's not the right term, but bear with me. Good gabberaching, by the way. The idea is that the character with the most amount of positive relationships toward them is the protagonist. One of the biggest things that they can do is effectively fuck with the antagonist. You score victory points every time someone completes their victory condition. The protagonist's entire goal in life is to make sure that other people do well. They are the protagonist. They want the best outcome for everybody. Because they get an advantage anytime someone is actually completing all of their objectives. On the other hand, the antagonist wants to see everybody else fail. Yeah, they want to see everyone fail, especially the protagonist. You can't have multiple protagonists and multiple antagonists. The big thing is, though, that the antagonists do not work together. Protagonists do work together quite well. You can also play without them. That's not really important. That's not, everyone will only have. You can have the option of saying, I don't want to play with play with protagonists and antagonists. That's completely fine. Everyone selects an archetype, though. All the archetypes are drawn from the Italian art of comedy. Let me bring it up. Oh god. See if Commedia dell'arte, or the comedy of the profession. Now, what is this actually? Effectively, this is one of the foundations of opera, and various other characters there. This is Italian, how Italians work. They have an extensive list of characters that are effectively ad hoc. You can make these are your stock characters. What did I end up doing was converting all of these stock characters into an archetype. Anyone who is not a protagonist has an archetype. All archetypes do is say, this is how you generally should be playing the character, and any kind of like any time they score some extra victory points over other characters. Hey, the Beltrame, they score a victory point as a result of affecting people, because their entire thing is that they can walk the walk and talk the talk, but lack the actual punch to sell it correctly. They're faking it until they make it. Hey, the Brigela. It's best when others are losing rather than their own victory. They score 2 victory points when they control the plot device. If you control a plot device, you get 2 victory points. What does that mean? That means other people don't have it. You don't even need to use it. You don't even want it sometimes. You just want it to make sure other people don't get it. And then you get things like Colombino. Both these people, you get 2 victory points anytime a character with a positive relationship that you have a positive relationship with completes their victory condition. You are happy when other people complete what they want to have happen. That's one of the big things about being a Colombino. Is that we're working together. They're a loyal assistant. There's always someone willing to help. There's a couple of them around here. Some of the ones that are a little bit more odd, like the Periant. Effectively, you select another major character. If they succeed, you do. That's one of the, that's one of the things with them is like, they're kind of a hopeless, sad sack, but as long as someone else succeeds, you can pretty much say, this is my prediction of who's going to win. You can make sure they win, and you win by proxy. You may not win the whole match, but you could get in your victory condition. Now, and then you get things like Machiavelli. Hey, I have a secret objective, where you get 10 victory points if you succeed at your secret objective. However, if you fail your secret objective, you lose 10 victory points, which is effectively saying, hey, even if I do everything right, I could lose at the 11th hour. So the Machiavelli kind of wants to do things behind everyone's back and things like that. Yeah, that's kind of the idea with these. There are a handful of these. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 16 of these. Generally, I think that should fill out most characters. Then we got our very basic flaws and specials. The idea of flaws and specials is that these are issues that the character must have instead of another situation. How do I want to word it? These are things that are always offered to another character in exchange for a +1 to power or luck. But it is a problem that they must now deal with. Hey, I have a -2 to affect you. It's the best way to think about it would be actually no, here's a good one. We've got our group together. We're talking. I can say, hey, if I can put on you a -2 to affect me with persuasion, I'll give you +1 power. You can say, okay, you can increase your power or luck by 1. Hey, if I can take 20 against your seduction attempt, you get +1 power. It's an offer something. It's like saying, I am giving you something. I'm giving you +1 power or luck. In exchange, I have a pretty nasty advantage over you. especially when you start doing things like take 20s. When you get something like take 20, you know, you have a character who normally has like a 9 in something. You know, you have a character who normally has something like a 9. Saying, I have a take 20 could really cripple another character. And they might have to say, well, that's going to be a lot more complicated for me to succeed, even if I can succeed. You know, versus something like, hey, I get a bonus to resist or complications, which is say, no, I get to automatically affect you, or I get to automatically resist. Once per episode, which can be kind of like the 11th hour, haha, I fucked you over and now you don't get something you want. You can take specials. A special is effectively a special ability thing that you get that others don't. You have to reduce your power and or your luck by 2. So effectively, you reduce power by, you know, power 1, luck 1, power 2, luck 2. Kind of the idea of what you reduce it by. If you become influential, you know, getting influential, you claim revealed side characters or institutions right off the bat. Special effects, you can add dice to any of your checks, pretty much making it a lot easier to, pretty much, actually, change that, There we go. And, you know, kind of things like that. Talents are like, hey, I want to do something, but you have to spend power to do them. What does that mean? That means, hey, I have 6 power. I can go down to only 5 power for the rest of the episode, but I get to do something nobody else can. Or, hey, I have a quick descriptor. Whenever it becomes relevant, I get a +3 to my effect or result. That's it. I'll kind of see here's where the basic abilities are. Then we get our very basic values. I do add some basic other values over here. Saying like, okay, this is what you do. Generally speaking, here are the stats of our very basic characters. Some are a little bit easier to understand than others. It should work, as you kind of see here. Sarah's very persuasive when she wants to be. But she can be convinced very easily by other characters. That is one of her biggest issues, is that Sarah is going to be convinced by other people. On the other hand, she is also a goddamn tank when it comes to seducing other characters, because Sarah is a very attractive woman, and that's the entire point. Polly, on the other hand, Polly's very good across the board. And he kind of wants to work with these two. Remember, these are protagonists and antagonists, so they get a lot more stat points to work with than everyone else, but they have to deal with the fact that both are trying to kill one another. Very basic idea of what prime time is. Prime time is this is what, you know, the actual game itself, getting basic introductions. It's effectively what you're trying to do as a director is you're going to be establishing everyone's victory conditions and everyone's, you know, problem. And here's kind of the basic ideas. Hey, most characters are going to have like 20 to 30 ability points if they're side characters, or just lesser characters in general. You know, kind of plot devices, side characters, institutions. If they're hidden, you can't interact with them until someone uncovers them, but then they uncover it for everyone, so it kind of becomes a gamble. Do I want to reveal this card to everybody because then everyone can start competing for it, or do I wait on it, making sure that nobody else knows what it possibly is? E-ho, as one might say. Delicious coffee. But basic idea there, how to make a victory conditions. And then we do over into dramatic scenes. So, basic idea of a dramatic scene is this is not a scene with conflict in it. Most of the time, this is like I'm interacting with other characters. And you have the idea of the director commentary as the first phase. All the director commentary is effectively saying is establish a scene you want to have happen, but the idea of the character with the lowest power gets to establish these scenes first. Hey, I have dogshit power. I get to do all the establishing shots, which is to say, I get to establish where everything is first. And then you parlay, what do you want to do? What do you want to have happen? Which leads into the results phase, which you can inflict a condition on someone. Effectively, how things go, they might get a condition. Most of the time they will, sometimes they won't. Hey, the character feels threatened. They get a -2 to resist coercion. They're emboldened. Is much more confident than they were. They get +2 to all resist attempts. Hey, you just beat the shit out of them. They're injured. Character cannot be affected at the next conflict scene. That's basic idea. Then we're going to go right into the conflict scenes. To give you an idea, this is legitimately all that needs to be done. Once that's done, because we're effectively here. Like, end credits is going to be, hey, how do we improve our characters? Which isn't really that difficult. And then the idea of syndication rights. Like, I might just drop this section, being like, yeah, this is what primetime is. This is exactly everything you need to do. Because I thought about it for a bit. I'm like, what do you add to this game to make it, like, more? But I'm like, yeah, I've already been kind of talking about it. You want to add new archetypes? Yeah, add new archetypes. They're not that complicated. Hey, you want to add new abilities? Yeah, sure, go for it. It's not that complicated. This is a very bare bones game, but that's the point of the SRD, is that it's supposed to be readily available for everybody to make their own things with. So I don't really need to change the nature of the game at all. That's the funny thing. And there really isn't anything I need to talk about with it. So, yeah, there isn't actually that much to do. So, yeah, that's what we're going to be working on today. Let me, Select everything here. Put this right here. You can kind of see how how does this I've been playing around with columns in this game. If you haven't realized. And columns are an interesting thing in Google. Columns are very funny in Google documents because Google Docs columns are made by Satan. You may not know this, but they are made by Satan, and Satan does not care for anything. Satan wants to destroy you. Because I have learned how to wrangle columns a little bit more, though. I'm still not perfect at them, but you can wrangle them better. And I'm gonna teach you all how to wrangle columns now. This is going to be my Notepad add-on teaches the people. So these are all, if you can kind of see here, non-printing characters. These are things that should never actually pop up. Again, it's Control-Shift-P. Now, you see this term, this right here. That is effectively saying that is the end of a section. Hey, end of a section. You know, and that is you making a paragraph. Effectively, it's its own independent thing. This is, you know, some very basic, like, okay, this is a tab. You know, this is spaces, things like that. However, if we look here, you see this right here, section break. You need to learn how section breaks and column breaks work. Effectively, a column break is you saying, hey, I want the column to end here. And then it will go up here, and then it will start the next column. Because the weird thing with how Google handles its columns, and this is one of the things that threw me for a loop, and this is why it's a little bit confusing at certain points. So Normally when you think of columns, you might think about them like this. Like, here is text, and then it just whoops, it goes all the way up here, and it just shotguns up here. Google does not use columns like this. Google treats columns like this. So here's a line, this keeps going down, this goes down to compensate. So what'll happen is you are filling, if you only fill this much text, it will be effectively here though. It treats the column as the full page. It's a little bit weird, but I can explain it if I go here. I'm going to format columns to. You see how this is kind of set up a little bit weird? But if I say, let's do something like this, as you kind of see, it's, oh hey, here's all this information down here, here's the column break. What if we get rid of the column break? Wow, look everyone, this looks horrendous. That's why, because it is trying to treat this as the page, because you see that's the page break. It gets very, very weird. Is there a good reason why that is the case? I cannot think of a good one. But that is why things look as weird as they do with column. Because it is trying to make Control-Shift-P, and that does it, and you can also go to View, Show Non-Printing Characters. Does this even pop up on you? Yeah, show non-printing characters there. Mind you, it will show all non-printing characters. I wish there was just like, here's the section break things. That would be really nice, but hey, what do I know? Maybe I'm just a silly little clown. But yeah, that is how you should be managing columns. Is it practical? No. Is it easy? No. Because there is still some wizard magic when it comes to columns, and learning how to wrangle that wizard magic is not fun. But you can do it. It is an option. I do not recommend it though if you have tables and things that you want in the middle of things, because holy shit, it's fucking weird and I don't like it very much. That's the weird thing with it, is that it's very, it is wrangling this is not as fun as you would. But let's get back to the work. What are we doing? This is conflict scene. A conflict scene. Conflict scene, actually, conflict scenes. A conflict scene is, let's see, a point of no return for many situations in the JRSD. The characters begin. Let's see. The characters begin to butt heads, and jockey for power among the side characters, plot devices, and institutions. Conflict scene is the most important, as the point of no return. Power among side characters, plot devices, and institutions. When a conflict scene begin, let's see. Scenes are defined by the characters coming to metaphorical blows over who and what they control. who and what they control, as well as far more powerful from one another from their value with their values. They may each well, let's see. The scene is broken down into 4 different. Actually, no. Certain. Okay, so. First conflict scene of the episode. Maybe a headhunting. Actually, no, it would be maybe a power play. First conflict scene of the episode, maybe a power play. Power play conflict scenes. Have the character act in descending order of power to compete for see the power play conflict scenes, how the characters act in descending orders of power to compete for side characters, and let's see. Acting in descending order of power to compete for side characters, institution, plot devices currently revealed but unclaimed. Claimed until all of them have been claimed. Until all of them have been claimed. Power play. Let's see. Power play will only have the main characters in. Power play scene will only have the main characters in conflict and cannot target another. There we go. Very basic idea. Conflict scenes are we are competing over things. I want something you have. I'm going to now yell at you about it. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. Wah, 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 wah. I'm begging you, please. Please, 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 please. And various other terms of endearment. So, we're going to then open up with director commentary. Let's see. The first phase of the scene is the director commentary. Each character in descending power, highest power. You have and how they will. Let's see. We'll describe the scene that the character wants to have, and how they will pursue it. This is the establishing. Let's see. This is the establishing shot. But and let's see, establishing shot, and once established, any main character on there, any main character may opt to join them. May opt to join them and bring. Let's see. Cannot stop anyone from entering. Let's see. Character cannot stop anyone from entering the scene. Let's see. After the scene has been set, we'll explain the situation and take the role of any member of the ensemble that is not currently claimed. A character cannot. Let's see. A character cannot interact with a character who not. Let's see. A character cannot interact with a side character. The side character who is not. Let's see. Character cannot interact with a side character who is not present. So, let's see. Character cannot interact. Okay. We go. Parlay. Conflict. So. Actually, it would be negotiate. We start with the negotiation. Then the negotiation. Before any dice hit the table, before any, let's see, before. Let's see. Before any effect and resist attempts are made, each main character may enter negotiation with one another. You may begin negotiation with one another. Negotiation has the characters cut deals and make offers in binding agreements. Let's see, cut deals and make offers in binding agreement. Actually, is it binding? Let me check. Is are you binding agreement? I believe or not. So we want to do a negotiation. Let me do. Oop, maybe. So, okay. For the main characters made negotiation with one. Negotiation has the characters cut deals and make offers and binding these. Such as trading, loaning, or offering side characters, institutions, plot devices. Let's see. Trading, loaning, or offering side characters, institutions, or plot devices among one another. Among one another to achieve their victory condition. To achieve their victory condition. The director may allow these negotiations to be secret. Let's see. May allow these negotiations to be secret as the characters cut deals. Make among one another in make offers among one another, or they may require them to be secret as the close, sometimes literally close doors. Close, sometimes literally doors. Once all the deals have been struck, form the binding agreements and conditions. Preferably by note or preferably by note. Struck the agreements and the conditions, preferably by note, to keep it hidden. There we go. Negotiation, once, you know, effectively, hey, when negotiation phase is over, it's over. You have to stick with whatever you have. And then we move on to the idea of a conflict. Conflict is going to be a little bit large because conflict is a little bit weird. So, conflict. Conflict fail. So, we're going to go let's see. We want to do is more than once in the scene, usually no more than 2 or 3 times. Again, provide a reason. JR is in the Blind Fury. More. Okay, so teaching the rules, giving out player briefings, explaining how the players have to negotiate. what to do with more than players, how to keep the game moving, how to write your own game scripts, getting your own character. What are Arrow? No, that's not it. Let's see. You may want to. No, from the order which player take the number of options clockwise around table, most powerful to least. Yeah, welcome to the wonderful world of this fucking game saying, yeah, whatever feels whatever feels the best. God damn it. Let's see. Let's see. Conflict phase begins with the character with the highest power acting first. Hey. Oh, let's see. A character may perform. There we go. They're not script. Here we go. Talent, law, character ability, procedure. Let's see. The conflict phase begins with the characters with the highest power acting first. Character may perform one of the following actions. May perform one of the following actions on this. Going to do this. Going to do this. Going to grab all of you. We're going to hit format, columns, more options, 2.1. Okay. Why are you making a section break here? Section, not what it's supposed to be. By God's holy name. We do that. Then we make you heading 3. Okay. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Oh, did not mean to press that button because now you're going to get mad. That. So we can do. Again, I said I know how to wrangle it. Didn't know I say I know how to wrangle it well. Let's see. The character protects. Accident or another side character. It's protect. Player protects one of the characters and may use only 2 characters maximum to attempt to affect the scene. Yep. Let me double check. Let's see. Seeing a commentary, bonus points, where protect button. Where is protect? No. Let's protect. Goddamn term for protect. Let's lock characters building conflict where resolution. Let's see where the fuck is protect button. Others use power. Here because they're fucking hiding it again. Because this is what this goddamn game does. See, this is always the funny thing with this game, is that it is made by a lunatic. Once you understand that it is made by a lunatic, everything makes a lot more sense. So let's see. Spread of 11 to 9. Tells Moss and Luck comes up with 6. 2 or less will need reverse success. That's deadly control. Announce to use protecting or 2 other cards. Let's see. Where the fuck is protection? Let's see. Let's get JR. The next player is bombing. 10%. JR's turn. Next, we has protected 3 characters already in his phase. Where are you? Ugh. Beautiful noises, I know. I'm just trying to find like a very specific term. Like that's like one of the funnier things. Again, it's a very specific term that I'm trying to find. And I cannot find where the fuck they put it. Because all that it is saying, hey, I don't know if it's 2 or 3. Because that's all protection does, is this increase it by, like, 2 or 3. Increasing the resistance other players' effects attempts. Yes, but what is that? What is the protect attempt? Let's see. Character. In case you're wondering, no, I can't search the document. I just have to remember where the fuck it is. Character interaction. Select. Act. I want to say, yeah, I want to say it's 3. Okay, so Doctor rolls. Sue attempts Cliff to get into giving up local police. Spreads 12. Now that she's protecting Mufasa, Mustafa spreads only 8. She elects at 4 power marker. Precision value 15. Local precedent. Turn N. For legal act, use invent plus 4 power markers, raising a total 32. Structure is now crime, bribing government official, minor felony, so 4 would be subtracted from the dice roll. 24, add 3 to his power markers and protecting himself. So it is a plus 3. Yeah, increasing resistance 3. Then we have final action. I guess. Oh, yeah. Let's see. So, Control P. So, conflict. Character begins with the character with the highest power acting first. What are the following actions on their turn? Affect the character protecting. So, first things first, we are going to go with affecting a character. Oh, when. Active character. They will determine their value. They'll determine their value being used. They'll determine the value being used and determine their spread. From there, a character may choose to spend power. They spend power to increase their effect value by +1, or resist value by +1. Spending power in this way is for scene. Spending power in this way is for the scene and will remain. let's see, it will remain unavailable until the next scene. Well, let's see, for the scene remain unavailable for the next scene. During coercion, all power expenditure actually effect value by +1 or +3. 3 if it is coercion attempt. If there's a coercion attempt, or resist value by +1. They will. After both sides have elected their power power expenditure, they will roll. They will roll. The active character will roll if they still must. Character will roll if they still must, because technically if you have like an 11 spread, all you need to do is spend 1 power and suddenly you have a 12 and you automatically succeed, which is kind of the point with let's see, if the character is successful, the resisting character may still make a luck attempt. Unless the character is successful, the resisting character may still make a luck attempt to protect themselves. If the say from the remember correctly, though, I made a rule about remember, luck may only be used once per scene. Luck may only, so heading we impact, I said impact to expenditure, their active character. So protecting a character. Protecting a character has the yeah, let's see. Protecting a character will increase all of that character's resist values by +3. A character may only protect characters who they protect what they have control of. Let's see. They only protect what they have control of. Character may only protect what they have control of. Meaning that they may not interact with characters in that way. Oh, when Let's see. May still take an. Detected characters may still take an action if they are selected. Yep. You understand. Again, we're power scaling here a little bit. Away, went away. You know Moana 2 is coming out like next week. Moana 2. I didn't see nothing about Moana 2, by the way. Did any of you see anything about that movie? Like, I don't even know if anyone's actually here. I saw nothing about it. And then I saw so much shit about it in New York. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is Moana here? You aren't supposed to come out for like another 2 months. And then bazinga, there it is. I was like, what the fuck? Rock, what's going on? And then Rock also has that weird new Christmas movie out. Like, Rock, what's happening, man? You have a Christmas movie out. It's not even Thanksgiving, my man. Why? Stop it. Stop it. Get some help. What are you doing? Are you need help? Is there a problem that you would like to tell the family about? Don't know, and I find that very fascinating. It's one of those weird things I noticed. So, gambits. A gambit is... Let's see, a gambit is actually problem... Well, let's see, that doesn't have strict... associated doesn't have strict rules associated with it, but may be a feat depending on gambits may be used to change the nature of a scene, or perform or change the establishing shot of the situation. If the character has a special plot device, or they may be able to gambit it. Good old gambits. Heading 4. And then we format, column, insert, break, column break. Put the gambit up there. Let's see, special device, special plot device. So let's do. No. This is right. Right. Then we do this. We put the horizontal line here, and then we do. Additional action. So when each character may perform up to each PL. So we're going to be each PL may perform up to 3 actions per per round. Per round, let's see, may perform up to 3 actions per scene. These actions are used by these actions are used by characters, main characters, side characters, or institutions. Whenever each character may only use 1 action, but whoever is whoever is under control may use their values and effects. They use their value instead. For example, Richard Harris has let's see. Richard Harris has Little Louie. Under control. Richard Harris has Little Louie under control. Richard Harris uses investigation to snoop around and uncover another character. And uncover a plot device. Richard cannot take another action in this conflict, and uncovers a side character they need. Richard cannot take another action in this conflict, but they may send Little Louie to Deborah Hotchkiss to affect Deborah with his Sterling seduction score. There we go. But may be affected any but let's see, each character may only act once, but may be affected any number of times. I think a character gamut, protect value, so that is the basics of conflict. Yeah, that's conflict scene pretty much. Not exactly the most complicated thing in the world. After all present major main characters have acted, let's see. After all present main characters have main characters and their coteries have acted, the final results are tallied up. Yeah, and let's see. Well, results are tallied up, and control shifts to whoever managed to secure and control shifts to whoever manages the most. We can do something like that. We can put an image there. Let's secure their quarry. If any deals were present, let's see. If any deals were present in the negotiation phase, if any deals were present in the negotiation phase, they will take place at this point. At this point, due to the binding agreements. If a character presses on a deal or betrays another with multiple deals, they may choose to burn power. Choose to burn permanently, reducing their power for the episode. Permanently reducing their power by the episode. They burn equal to the So, effectively, what this means that if, as a character, as a player, if you notice another player burn all of their power and you have a deal with them, you can burn the deal with them with no penalty. You're like, oh, you got nothing on me anymore, fuck you. However, if they have some power left, burning the deal means reducing your power permanently for the rest of the episode, which is very, very bad, because that means, hey, I don't have any more power to really give you. When you burn power, if you're an antagonist, that means you give points to the protagonist. If you're the protagonist, you give points to the antagonist. That's kind of it's a power dynamic thing. You want to spend a lot of power to make sure you get whatever you want to succeed at your binding agreements. On the other hand, that also means that, you're going to have to fulfill your end of the bargain, which if you can't, you can't. That's the thing. If you cannot do it, that is not up to you. Actually, I should say, should say, deal simply does not go through. And resets the status quo. There we go. Pretty simple stuff. Nothing too grandiose about it. I'm gonna see if I can't get a real tall person right there. Okay, so Where was my note? Where is my note? Script change. All or nothing. While it may, well, it may take longer instead of the round robin method. Actions, a director. Declare all of their actions with associated characters at once and at once. Oh, let's see. There we go. All or nothing action changes, and then we're going to put a big art piece right there. We can put an art piece right there and a big art piece right there. You know what? I think I've got one. Perfect. Hello, Manly. Right. You right there. Fixed position on page. We do that. There we go. Yeah, of course I've recruited Manly yet again to help me with the art, because Manly and me just enjoy doing these because they're all just vague shit posts at the end of the day. Let's see, this result, we can put one there. What are we looking at here? What are we looking at here? That's good. Then we move on to, because we do the end of conflict. So that's the end of conflict scenes. So we need to do commercial breaks and then the end credits. Okay. Commercial breaks. A commercial break scene. A commercial break scene is a lull in the action. As all establishing shots are removed. Unless we in character situation. And any conditions that a character has are removed if applicable. During the commercial break, PL can take a break themselves, or about the among themselves about the state of the episode. If the director willing, they may they may pitch commercials. commercials for products. They may, let's see, commercials. Commercials that their character would be would obviously be part of during this soap opera moment. During this soap opera moment. mm. 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 During commercial during the commercial break during the commercial break, the director may introduce new side characters, plot devices, institutions and plot devices like the start of the episode. The director. Let's see, revealed or hidden depending on the situation. If we do insert break, column break. It's rather this week's disaster. There we go. Rather dramatic conclusion to this week's disaster. So we understood what commercial breaks are. So that would be. Then it would be lead directly into the end credits. Lead into the end credits here, which would be, you know what we can do? We can do get rid of the column break there. This, and then we do end credits. During the end credit, the final scene of the game, the final scene of the episode is called the end. During the end credits, all victory condition. Let's see, called the end credit. During the credit roll, during the credits, each character will see if they. Let's see. Each character will see if they pass their victory condition and the amount of victory points amassed. Let's see, the amount of victory points they have amassed. From there, they will determine bonus victory points. They will determine bonus victory points from their archetypes. Let's see, amount of victory amassed. Let's see. This. Oh, Show me the victory points. How to win. So, one for... Oh, goodness. Pay notepad. What game have you gotten over through? Uh-oh. Let's see. Redeem Surrender to Oblivion. Thank you very much, T. Blake. Let's see. What game have you haven't gone through that you really want to, my gorgeous notepad? Well, as I hit the add button so no one can hear this except those who pay. Gotta love that. There's a couple games that I've been wanting to go over. A lot of the time, the games that I want to go over are like strange, and I don't know where to put them. Luckily, this week we're going to be doing the franchise case, and the franchise case has a couple weird ones in it because I actually got my hands on the new SMT RPG. We've got that one that's been safely secured. Rifts is one that I want to talk to people about Rifts because I really like Rifts, but Rifts is very strange to talk about, as well as the Osprey case. I've got like this entire case for Osprey games, not war games, but RPG section, and they all look really interesting. But people just don't want to see it, and so it kind of keeps getting pushed back. But if we look here, let me bring. Yeah, I've got a few different franchise cases that I want to do, and one of them is we do have one piece of artwork here. Yes, welcome to welcome to Kingdoms of RuneScape Kingdoms, a RuneScape TRPG. Yeah. This kind of threw me for a loop when I first saw it. I thought it was a shitpost, but it's not. You want to go to Lumbridge? Yep, there's Lumbridge. Everyone, yeah, various. We're going over this one this week, because I kind of want to go over this. It's going to be a weird amount of nostalgia where I remember certain aspects about RuneScape. Even though, like, my viewpoint on this is like, this doesn't seem quite right. This isn't how I remembered it. But yeah, no, this is, yeah, welcome to, a wonderful world of the RuneScape RPG. Yes, we are going over the RuneScape. Man, I love WoW. Yeah, RuneScape is one. There is a World of Warcraft RPG, but I don't want to go over the Warcraft RPG because it's 3.5. That is literally the only reason I don't want to go over that game, because it is a D20 hack. And I'm like, oh, that seems okay. Which I am... Why they haven't decided to make their own legally distinct version of it, even if it was just like a cheap World of Warcraft RPG they got some company to do. I'm amazed they haven't tried to do something like that, but I'm surprised Bungie hasn't been trying to do that, just to capitalize on that market more. Bungie, Blizzard, all of those people. I've always been fascinated why they're not like, well, we have to appeal to the kids. The kids love Critical Role. Let's see. let's see. Let's see. Total remaining power. That's the total of all of the controlled elements' power. Have you heard of D20 Modern? Yeah, D20 Modern is interesting. Has its quirks to it. See, one of the things I do have that I do kind of want to talk about now that you mentioned D20 Modern is this. This uses everyday heroes. Probably no one remembers this as well. This entire, Todd Scott here is a unique and interesting individual that I don't think anyone. Yeah, Evil Genius Productions. Yeah, this is effectively trying to be. It was trying to be D20 Modern Edition. And yep, this is everything that they released a handful of these games. And it has its unique quirks to it. Very unique quirks. And that's half the fun, right? Oh yeah. Have no fear, kings. We can do the Warriors Cats RPG. Remember Warrior Cats? Hell yeah. It's Warrior Cats, the adventure game. And yes, this is an actual real product by the company. Yeah, like this is like right there. This is actually part of HarperCollins children's books. They released this officially because it's an adventure game. I've been like, there's a part of me that wants to go over and try to find all of these like little weird adventure games that companies have made over the. There's a because like you get like the Prince Valiant, storytelling game. Like they're very specific games. All of them are, and it's very funny every time I see them. And I'm like, man, it can't be that weird, but then ta-da, you have the Prince Valiant. Here's the Prince Valiant RPG. I'm like, yep, fuck it. The only reason I started collecting D20 is because I found their Ultra Modern Firearms guide and I can run my Modern Apocalypse campaign. Oh yeah, like, the thing with, like, you can find something for D20 no matter what. That is one of the most powerful things for the D20 system. Is that if you have an idea, you can probably find something for it. Is it going to be perfect? Debatable, but will it work? Yeah, it's going to work. There's a reason everyone knows that D20. Ow. Ow. Uh-oh. Let's see if I don't see the episode. Actually. Insert break, column break. End credits. Then we do. Archetype bonuses. Let's see. At the whoever has the highest amount of VPN has succeeded in their victory condition. Victory condition. Have a complete success. Have a complete complete success. Failed. Characters who are tied for the complete success. Complete success. Both achieve a complete success. Both have achieve a complete success, but if they are there we go. Very easy. Pretty much it's everyone. If you do it, everybody wins. That's one of the big things. Everybody wins. If you both succeed. But the problem is, if you are fucking with people, you get bonus points effectively. Like it's, hey, I am screwing with people. Let's see. Characters who have failed their victory condition. Failed their victory may improve one of their abilities by +1. Improve one of their abilities by +1. Characters who fully complete their victory condition. May adopt a again +1 power. There we go. Pretty much, if you fail your victory condition, you're getting more out of it. The problem is, you failed your victory condition and you don't get what you. However, you're getting better, you're getting nastier. You're getting an advantage next time. So it's kind of like multiple episodes that go by means multiple characters getting multiple things they want. Bingo, bango, bongo. If we go up here, that would be the end credits. Let's do this. Let's see what I guess we want to do. Select all of you. Select all of you. We do format, column 2. That, then we do syndication rights. Yeah, here's one of the creatures in Lore 4. I can't remember the name. Starts with an F. Wolves genetically modify the female for entertainment purposes for the miners. Workers in the Amazon jungle after the apocalypse become hunter-gatherer tribe with a matriarchy government. They have male human slaves. Book a book I will never use and will serve as a warning on my shelf. Gamma World D20. Gamma World's already fucking weird. Yeah, that's one of the things with, like, there's so much shit. Gamma World by itself is already a fucking weird adventure. But I can't really say anything about any of that. I have, like, I have a personal love of Rifts. Where Rifts quite literally has, like, yes, here are the Atlantean slave warrior women. Like, yeah, okay, Splurgoths, fuck it. Fuck it, here's Splurgoths now. See, there's a part of me that I've always wanted to put in just randomly a Splurgoth somewhere. Just to say, fuck you, here it is. No questions asked. For those curious, the Splurgorth. This is a Splurgorth. Yeah, these guys ain't, yeah, these guys are Splurgorths. They are quite literally insane Atlantean slave lords that ride around on fucking doom carriages with a bunch of warrior slave women to fuck with people. That is all they do. They're hilarious. Because they're so comically evil. That's not even like, yeah, like, there's some redeemable morally. No, they are literally the worst people ever, and everyone hates them. It's just like, yeah, no, there is no redeemable... There is not a single redeemable factor about a Splurgoth. They're just all horrible people, and everyone wants to kill them. I've always thought about, like, yes, here they are. Do not question why they are here. Can't come up with a scary monster. Let's put some fetish fantasy in it. You gotta remember, Uncle Kev worked in comics. He worked in various comics, you know, DC, Marvel, and things like that. I believe he was DC. Yeah, so if you're like, oh man, we don't know, we just want to put fetish material in it, understand where he came from. You're like, oh yeah, Wonder Woman. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, like, it's like, man. And the thing is, it's like, nothing else is quite as, like, weird in Rifts. And that's why I love Rifts as much as it is because it's just like, yeah, no, wear this ridiculous armor. It is the only thing that will protect you from demon rams that want to sodomize your corpse. Like, oh, okay. Alright, this is understandable. Into there. Let's see. Once the director and PL have a better understanding of the system, they may want to add additional features and notes into their series. The syndication rights section is a handful of notes regarding the additional mechanics. Additional mechanics. Come now. criminal investigations. Let's so. So, if a character is a member of law enforcement, or has the control of the law, or of a legal or a law enforcement body, police, FBI, detective agency, etc. They will be able to launch a criminal investigation. The character will begin by using their investigation. To identify the suspect of doing. A character will begin using their investigation to identify the suspect of wrongdoing. Is doubled in value and depending on the crime. And then we're going to make a table. So, the character did down. Then we're going to nice little table. We're going to do. Fashion misdemeanor. Minor felony, major felony. Trump charges. Select you. Hold on. Let's see. So, here. Then in arrest, successful identification. Just wait. We'll gain plus the we'll add plus E. Ooh. Oh, thank you very much, Solid. Boo. I don't know what to put here. Don't worry. Thank you for resubscribing. Thank you very much. So this leads to successfully identifying the suspect. Leads to E. Then a arrest warrant. Then an arrest warrant. Warrant must be obtained. Let's see. Then an arrest warrant must be obtained. The character or their law enforcement agency must use their persuasion. Must use their persuasion effect. Against the target's investigation. If successful, a warrant is claimed and is worth an additional plus victory point. Is worth an additional plus 4 victory points. If failed, and the case is dismissed until further evidence is provided. After the warrant, an indictment must be obtained. This uses either persuasion or coercion. Against the character against the target's investigation. Additional plus 5 victory points. If failed, let me just do if failed. Then failed throw, the judge throws out the case. Let's see. Let me see. Finally, a conviction. Finally, the judge rules on a conviction. Let's see. Finally, the judge rules on a conviction. This uses the this is a persuasion effect. Target's persuasion against the target's persuasion or investigation score. If successful, the conviction goes through, and the character loses all of their power for the rest of the episode, but is not out of the game, due to appeals courts. However, if the conviction is a failure, the character crime prediction goes through, the character loses all of the power for the rest of the game, but it's not out of the game. Let's see. If during any step it is discovered that there is wrongdoing, fault of all. Character is a side character controlled by another major character, Let me go. Warrant is claimed. Fine. Yes, welcome to the full criminal proceedings. Can you run this game as Law and Order SVU? Yes, you can, in fact. Notepad, how am I doing today? And am I hydrated? Of course I am doing pretty well. I fell asleep earlier, kind of like a buffoon. But that's what happens when you get very tired all of a sudden. And I've been trying to fix that, but I also had to haul a TV in today. Because my mom was like, I want to go buy a TV. And I was like, oh. And then she bought a TV. And the TV is far too big for the stand she has, but she's like, no, that's fine. That's going to fail catastrophically one day, and it will not be my fault. It will not be Notepad's problem. It will be a Note Mom's problem. Let's see. We want to do... Yeah, well, actually, no, I think we could just keep it with criminal investigations as of right now. That's really all we need. There's probably some obscure mechanic I'm not thinking of right now. But, yeah, we can... If something comes up, we can add in something to the syndication rights section. But, yeah, I think that's it for the JRSD, actually. I knew this game wasn't going to take too long, relatively speaking. Especially when I entered my fugue state and was like, ah, yes, let me just do the entire rest of the game. But, yep, there we go. That is JRSD, everyone. Congratulations, we did it. Go here, hit that button, there we go. That is everything we really need here. Probably going to do some light fixing up, but nothing too extravagant, I think. I don't think I really need to do anything too extravagant with it, outside of maybe making some slight corrections and just adding some notes. But yeah, JRSD is pretty much done. Everything you need to make your very own primetime soap opera role-playing game is right here. Hag, if the feed's on the end of the TV, you probably just need to get 2 small pieces of wood. Feet. Now, the thing is, what do I mean by the little table she has may not be large enough. She's got one of those, like, media systems. It kind of looks like this. It's kind of like this, and the TV would sit here. Now, mind you, she got a 55-inch television. The one she has now is a 45-inch television. She effectively got 10, she pretty much made it far larger, and it's fucking huge, and she's just like, oh, yeah, it'll fit here. Now, mind you, if this is the table, if, you know, this is my expert drawing of a table, the feet of the television go like this almost. It's like right at the very fucking edge and goes over a little, and I'm like, yeah, that's why I was like, maybe not. Maybe we don't do that. Maybe we don't touch that. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there because I've got to record. I've got to record some audio tonight because yes, we've got to talk about a game. And I need to build things for that game. I'm me, and I fell asleep like a boob. If I find it right here. There we go. Yeah, here is the here's the script, by the way. It's on classified. I like Classified. I think it's a pretty interesting game. I think more people should look at it, and more people should know about it. So I'm going to talk about it. As of right now, with the JRSD effectively done, what we need to do now is we're going to be working on the next one, which is going to be LEURPS. LEURPS is probably going to take me like a day to do because LEURPS is not that complicated at all. And legitimately, LEURPS is a very simple game because everything's already written, because it's, I can't believe it's not GURPS. And because of that, it's not going to take too long for me to do. What needs to happen there is I need to, how do I want to word this? I need to make it nice looking, and once it's nice looking, it's going to be great. That's all that needs to happen. But that's a lot more, a lot more taxing than you would think. What? Should work. Everything is hunky-dory. Life is good. I'm gonna call it there. Maybe a stream tomorrow. We might play some video games. I don't know. I'm feeling bored. I don't know how long Classified's gonna take me, or what situations will crop up tomorrow, because that's my that's who I am. Are you good with wood tools? I am not good with wood tools. I am not a handy person. I've learned that many times in my life. I am not a very handy person. I am someone who gets to improvise a lot, though. And to give you an idea, my mom is very particular with how things have to look. And I'm just letting her do it. I'm like, no, not my fucking problem. Not my problem. Because I damn well know she's going to get mad that the picture quality is wrong or something. Because that's just how she rolls. So I'm not going to think about it too hard. I'm gonna worry about my problem. My problems are far more interesting. They aren't, but I can definitely tell myself they are. Oh yeah, I should also say this on here, because I can do that, because this is my stream. I go here. That's the wrong thing. We hit 4,000 subscribers, everybody. Woo! We did it, everybody. We hit 4,000 subscribers. Yep, we are 4,000 subscribers right here. We did it, everybody. 4,000. I do have 2 case files set up. I'm saving some of these case files for December. There's going to be 2 more up. There's going to be about 2 weeks where I'm not going to be uploading any videos, but we're just going to be getting these. You're going to be getting a lot of these because I need to work on a bunch of things, and that's a pain in the ass. So that's how that goes. But yeah, no, things are going They're going swell. Just want to tell everyone I got 4,000 subscribers because that satisfies me. Must have misclicked, the poor bastards. Have no fear, everyone. You're in here now. That and it's always funny anytime the numbers go up. But yes, alright. Godspeed, good luck, you know the rest. I am, as they say, away.